Hello everyone! Welcome back to some more Democracy 3. Let's see, what were we doing last time? It's been a short while since last time I played. What's the security briefing looking like? The Battenberg group, they're still kind of pissed. Okay, so we have... Really not much has changed since I began my term, other than we have a higher amount of expenditure than we did before. It's not really a good thing, is it? I mean, yeah, I ended organized crime, I created and ended vigilante mobs. Let's see, street gangs, they're getting close to ending. They're so close to being over. And once they're over, that will really help out a lot. Let's see, CCTV cameras, they're as good as it can get. Community policing, that's already maximum. Police force. Well, if I increase the police force, it will increase my expenses, but it will end street crime. And it will help with other things, maybe? It doesn't help with ghettos at all. Let's see, what is the main cause for ghettos? Racial tension, vigilante mobs. I thought I ended that. Street gangs, and immigration. So yeah, street gangs actually are increasing our ghetto problem quite a bit. So yes, the best thing that we're going to be able to do to solve the problem is going to be to increase our funding for the police force. This might be just barely enough to end the street gangs. It's not much that I want to do, though. Alright, so our biggest problem is the fact that we have a huge expenditure compared to our income, and that is never, ever, 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 ever a good thing. And I've been timid about increasing the taxes on things. I think I have to stop being so timid. Alcohol tax, I'm sorry, you're going to have to go all the way up to 50%. That's going to increase our income by quite a bit. Yeah, I know, it's going to increase poverty, and it's all such a irritating balance to do. Cigarette tax, that's going to have to go way, way, way up. But it's going to make everyone really mad. I don't know how to solve most of these problems. I've never had so much issues before with Law and Order. In the past, when I've been playing this on my own without recording, on the same settings, I have never had so many problems just pop up while I've been fighting crime. And I can only assume that the problem is from the fact that I've been being more timid about the way I've been handling things. I've not been going full on hammer to the anvil to form society the way it should be to make things work. I've been more lenient, I've been timid, and it's been biting me in the butt. Quite hard. Very hard. That's something that I don't want to touch ever. I don't know how to deal with that. Corporation tax! I'm sorry guys, but we're going to have to increase the taxes on you to 20%. Yes, this is going to cause me some problems in the future. It's going to cause me some very, very big problems in the future. I know it, but we need the money. Very badly. Yes, street gangs is at an end. Crap, we now have a brain drain. And it's because of our taxing of luxury goods. Our best and brightest are like, yeah, you're taxing the things that we like to do to have fun. And they're like, I don't like that. But look at that crime. Look at how far crime has dropped. Look how good health is. We are now at a 63% chance of being elected. And our income is now closing our expenditure gap. And now, to make everyone hate me. Oh my god. This is gonna make everyone so mad. But yes, I think that it is fair to tax tobacco at the same rate you are taxing alcohol. Ooh, I'm feeling dizzy. Apply changes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we do have we do have a thing here. Oil drilling opportunity. Oil companies are keen. Hold on a sec. I need to get some water. My throat is drying up very fast. One moment. Okay. So, oil companies are keen to get permission to drill for oil in part of the country protected as a wildlife refugee. The oil supplies under the refugee are considerable, but the drilling would have a negative impact on the environment, as it always does. Allow drilling. There are literally billions of barrels of oil right here in our soil, and current law is preventing us from drilling for it. Instead, we are importing oil from other countries. The environmental impact will be minimal when you consider the gains that drilling makes in terms of energy security. I disagree. Nobody wants to spoil the environment, but the alternative is reliance on foreign oil. I disagree! Or, prevent drilling. The valuable wildlife refugee would be devastated by oil exploration. This is one of our nation's great national treasures, and it would be criminal to wreck it just to boost domestic oil production. Drilling in this part of the country will not entirely remove our dependence on foreign oil, but it will spoil our natural environment for future generations. That is true. We will... Let's think about it. In the United States, has drilling for oil in our own country reduced our reliance on oil from the Middle East? Not one bit. And oil prices have not really gone down. They keep going up. All that's really happening is we're getting more oil drilled, and yet the prices keep going up, and yet we're still relying on foreign oil. So, yeah, there's no real benefit shown in real life for drilling for oil in your home nation. Select. Now, a good alternative would be developing clean energy so that you are the leader of clean energy and the rest of the nation relies on the rest of the world relies on your nation to buy the best clean energy technologies that are available. Think about that for a second. Make it so that other nations have to buy from your nation in order to get the best energy efficient items that there is, because they are interested in reducing the cost of their energy expenditure. Right? They want to live in a cheaper state. And the best way to do that is to make sure that you are leading in technology on making things function at the best. And oil is not the best functioning way of producing energy. It's a primitive way of producing energy. Anyway, let's move on to the next section. There's a capitalist plot. Oh no. Our GDP has dropped a little bit. And there's another important policy question. Freedom of information. There have been calls for a law to increase the availability of information held on databases about citizens without their knowledge. That just doesn't sound good at all. These include the records held by private medical companies, insurance companies, and debt collection agencies, as well as information held by government departments. Reject proposal. Nobody likes the idea of the government holding information about them, but in some circumstances this needs to be done. I don't know why I said that like I was going to continue on a sentence, but the government isn't out to spy on everyone, but passing this law will just make it harder for the intelligence services to keep a watch on serious criminals and terrorists. It will also affect a large number of businesses who have customer databases who will be swamped with yet more bureaucracy. And Proposed Freedom Act. It's essential that we have this law passed, as it is one of the checks and balances required in any truly free society. The average law-abiding citizen should not be spied on or monitored by multinational corporations with computer databases, and the potential for abuse by government agencies if the citizens cannot view that data is being stored is huge. I can see both ways on this, honestly. Yeah, the government and such shouldn't really be spying on its citizens. It should have trust in its citizens. And the citizens should have trust in its government. If the government is not willing to trust its citizens, why should the citizens be willing to trust the government? At the same time, I can see how this is a problem for businesses and such, especially in the form of medical companies. But I wish that there was a middle ground solution for this, like make it optional or something like that. Like encourage that they share the information with the public if the public demands it, but not require them by law to do it. What is more likely to be successful? The company that is willing to associate with the public and share with them the information that they know, or the company that is all secretive and deceptive and very anti-sharing? And you can see where I'm going with this. Who would you trust more? The shady guy or the honest guy? I don't really like either of these options. However, in light of things like the NSA and stuff like that, I think proposing the Freedom Act is better. I don't really know. I can't say for certain on this because I am not educated enough in this field. But I'll go with the one that sounds good to me. Ugh, 60% of the election. We lost a few percentage points, but that's not bad. Oh, the Battenberg group. Ow. Why? Okay, so we have surplus money again. Hallelujah! Surplus money. Now we need to fix this brain drain problem. Luxury goods tax is the biggest brain drain issue. However, I think there are alternative methods of solving the brain drain without reducing our tax on things people don't need. Let's see. Would it be economy? Yes, tax shelters. Possibly expensive, but it does favor the rich and the capitalists. Yes, this takes a huge chunk out of our brain drain issue. It takes the biggest chunk out of our brain drain issue. It is something I don't quite like. Now here's why. Let's see, by not fully taxing the wealth of the super rich, tax shelters can be a great way to encourage successful entrepreneurs to make our country their home. With an ever-shrinking world, the rich are free to sell wherever they please. Encouraging them to live here may mean that they spend their wealth in this country. Such measures can be very unpopular with the poor, who resent paying tax on their much lower earnings. Yeah, I agree with you, poor. It does suck to pay taxes. However, yeah, the tax shelters are kind of sucky. They are prone to generating loopholes in the real world for the rich to take advantage of to pay $0 in taxes. For example, we have two people who own businesses in the United States right now who paid $0 in taxes. Absolutely nothing in taxes to the government or to the state. They paid nothing. Yet they earned billions of dollars. In other words, they drained the economy of income and gave nothing back to the economy, or to the government, or to anything really. It's very likely they spent the money in foreign business stuff. And as much as I don't really like imposing tax shelters to make it so that things like this are able to happen, it is the only way to get brain drain to kind of disappear. So, we'll go with it. It sucks, we'll go with it. Okay, let's see, racial tension. How can we solve racial tension? Racial tension has been steadily decreasing over time. And it went up very high right here with the immigration scandal. But I've been good at making sure that all the races are treated fairly and equally and reducing tension. Let's see, Racial Discrimination Act. I think I will bump this up to max because we do have a surplus of money, so yes, it's good. It is very good. Apply changes. Go back to racial tension again. Let's see, poverty, unemployment, immigration, foreign relations. How about immigration? It's border control, health, unemployment, foreign relations, GDP, ghettos. Let's see, I think that... yeah, citizenship tests. They're not quite popular, but they're not necessarily a negative thing either. But we can't do that right now, so let's not worry about it. Let's see, what else? Education. We need to get our education going upwards, and technology is one of the best ways to do that. How is science funding looking? Science funding is looking very expensive. How about the schools themselves then? Also quite expensive. But we can't touch it right now anyway, so let's not worry about it. Huh. Technology grants? This is currently in the works, so let's not touch it yet. We really need to increase our popularity with how about motorists? Motorists would like to be more popular. Can't do anything with them though. Okay, so motorists, they're just kind of eh. What's another group of people that could really benefit? Let's see, homelessness. That's a big problem. What's causing homelessness? Unemployment is the biggest cause for homelessness. So how do we reduce unemployment? Subsidies, prisons, military spending, police force, road building, science funding, state health services, state schools, technology grants, unemployment benefits. Increase it. Technology... Our GDP is, for whatever reason, the biggest factor of unemployment. I don't understand that one. Let's see. What's a good one of these to work on? Agriculture subsidies, maybe? Yeah, let's go with agriculture subsidies. We'll spend another $2 billion per quarter on that. Okay, I think we have one more turn and then it's election day. No, there's no obese people everywhere! Oh, we're losing so much support. Okay, we really need to increase something. How's the Battenberg group doing? Not much change. They're dangerous, but we don't have to worry too much right now. Okay, let's see. Everyone hates crime, everyone hates the tobacco tax. We're losing money again, not good. I'm starting to panic! I'm panicking! Socialists not quite as happy as they were. Wealthy are getting better. This is it. This is the last term I have to change things before Election Day. And if I lose the election, that's it. Game over. Sales tax. Okay, middle income is the biggest issue right now. They are 52% of the population, and they don't particularly care for me. So I think... Oh god. Lowering taxes just a little bit. Oh, it's so much money lost. It's gonna be a very big hit to our income. Oh, I don't know what else to do. What new tax could I impose? Junk food tax. We'll go 40% for junk food tax right now. I don't really like having a junk food tax, but at the same time, I support having a junk food tax because junk food isn't really necessary for anything. You don't need junk food. Oh, let's just go with it. This is it. Election time. Activist turnout boost, 3%. Oh, geez, they have a higher turnout boost. I think I might have lost. Yep, that was it. Ah ha ha. I don't know how I encountered so much problems. But that was one of the biggest hits, capitalists. The religious, of course, they didn't like me at all. Man. I have never... Oh, excuse me. I have never had this much problems doing a playthrough of this before. Well, that kind of sucked. So that's the end of this particular series. Oh no. But look how good I did for the environment, and look at that, I took 62% out of crime. Man, I did good. Oh well. Racial tension, I dropped that a bit. The poor, they've got more money to spend now. GDP, I just threw that out the window. High earnings, they were probably pretty upset at me. Alcohol consumption, I reduced alcohol consumption. That means less drunk drivers, less drunken idiots wandering into your house at random. I didn't affect unemployment at all. That is probably my biggest issue. I did not affect unemployment. Oh well. So, how did you guys like this series? I really would like to hear from you guys. Was this entertaining to watch? Was it interesting to see what I thought about things? Would you like to see a series like this happen again in the future? Let me know. I want to hear from you. Right now. Write in those comments. Type. Type anything. Even say hi. I don't care. So long as you are saying something. Should I do a series like this again in the future? I am very curious whether or not I should. I think next time I will try, I don't know, Germany. I haven't really done Germany yet, so that would be something new for me to do. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, should I do this again at some point in the future? Should I pick Germany or another nation? I will not touch the United States because the United States is a death wish. So, hope you guys enjoyed this series. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave. I will see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.